two things from Sarah. One, she's off her meds. And good news for the men, even Sarah can't find the clip. And luckily for me, with AI taking all the jobs, it'll never take my two favorite jobs, hand jobs and blow jobs. Anyway, so recently I went to the store, I was grabbing a drink, and this guy came up to me and he said, "Do I notice you from Kill Tony?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you do." And then he said, "Can I buy your drink for you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, like, thank you." And then he bought it for me and I said, "Do I have to suck your dick now?" And he said, "No." And I'm like, "Can I?" Okay, so I feel like we're all friends here, so I'm gonna share a secret with y'all. This is a perm. And I do hair, so I just got it done at work. And when I got it done, my coworker saw me, she's half black, half white, and she said, "You look mixed." And then my other friend said, "Like with man and woman?" And that friend is actually here tonight, and Nathan, I just want you to know that I hate you. But when my friends say shit like that to me, it encourages me to talk shit to like everyone else. So one of my other friends called me and he said he was on his way to get Botox. And I just said, "Why? Because nothing's tight anymore except your clothes." And then he hung up on me. Or like I was hanging out with my other friends, they're a couple. And one was washing the dishes. His boyfriend walked in and said, "I didn't know you knew how to wash a dish. I know you know how to eat off of one." And that friend, he got into a fight a couple of days before and had a black eye, so his boyfriend just replied, "Raccoon-eyed bitch." So speaking of black eyes, I was never bullied growing up, like, thank God, right? But now I just feel like my friends will tell me stories like, I was beat up and gangbanged, and I just feel like I missed out. So I'm looking to be bullied now. And I know what you're all thinking, like, you could just hire a dom, right? And I could. But there's just something about a man bullying me because he wants to that just really turns me on. But don't worry, like, I have 7 sisters, so I still got bullied. Yeah. Yeah. She got bullied by her sisters. Yeah. So me and my sister were in the front yard. She was like watering the grass, and every now and then she would spray me with the water hose. And I was like, "Taylor, if you keep spraying me with that water hose, I'm gonna take it and beat you with it." Oh. But she kept spraying me with it, so I took it and beat her with it, like I promised her I would. And then I said, "I need you to leave me alone, you fat cunt." And my mom heard me, and she said, "Oh my God, Tyler, do not call your sister fat." And yeah, that was funny, she's cool and all that, but that was just going straight to the nursing home. And she was like, "I ain't living in no nursing home." I'm like, "Okay, you can live with one of my sisters, and I'll send money." But again, I'm joking, I'm not gonna send money. So anyways, I enjoy getting drunk on champagne and go online shopping. And I get overwhelmed by all the choices on there, so then I'm like, fuck it, I'll just take one in every color, God. And then later when I come back to it after I sober up, I'm like, I was scrolling through profiles on Grindr. And speaking of Grindr, it's where I met my toxic ex, and I'm single now, but like, I met him there, and I very clearly ignored all of his red flags when we first started dating started. Like, he would leave his phone face down, he would leave the room to take all of his phone calls, his dick was small. I'm joking. But whenever he was gonna break up with me, he said it was because I wasn't domestic enough. And I'm like, please, like, I'll do anything, like, don't leave. Like, I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll hit you. But he did leave, and like, now I'm glad I got rid of him. Like, when he left, I lost 150 pounds. Yeah. When I dumped his body. Yeah. I'm joking. He's still alive despite my best efforts. But I do still wake up every morning and Google his name plus obituary. Just because I really like to start the day with good news. And I know that I used to have really low standards, right? Because I would just say things like, they gotta be nice, funny, hung. And now they're a little more specific, like over 6 feet, millionaire, hung. And they could also be doctor, lawyer.
Hung.
I was gonna say actor size. Also, like, I should have known that I had kind of low standards when I was 21, which was a long time ago, but I went to this bar, this man approached me and he said, I've been watching you all night. And I'm like, okay, Dahmer. And then he says, well, I just think you're really attractive and I was trying to work up the courage to come talk to you. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. So he bought us drinks, right? Then, like, fast forward, I'm unconscious, I'm kidding. He didn't move me. Really, I'm just in the parking lot sucking his dick. And, shit, I don't even remember, but anyways. Oh, here we go. If you think you can just buy me a drink and I'll suck your dick, like, you're right. So we go to this after party, and I'm asking him all the questions you ask a man whose dick you just sucked. You know, like, what's your name? What are we? And then I ask him, how come I've never seen you around? And he says, I just got out of prison. I'm like, and I remember it being for something minor, like tax evasion. But ultimately I decided I don't want to date a man who's been to prison and still can't suck dick. Like, is there a whole bartering system in there? Anyways, I've been single for a while, and I think I finally figured out why, and it's because I give handjobs like I'm rolling Play-Doh. Yeah! Right? Like, okay, let me explain. Okay, so I've been doing hair for 12 years, and I'm always holding something like this. My round brush, my blow dry. So when I'm off work, it hurts to grab things. I have to keep my hands this way. Right? So I'll be with a man, giving him a hand job, just like... just like this, real rough and dry. And y'all, obviously I'm joking. Just like a kid would Play-Doh, I just put it in my mouth. Another reason I think I've been single for a while is because I made this guy's dick numb. I got that throat numbing spray, okay? And I sprayed it like right before fellatio. And, I guess it made his dick numb, like he didn't feel anything. So it was basically just like putting a dildo into a fleshlight, like just not doing anything for anybody. Anyway, so for a while after my ex and I broke up, we were still hanging out, fucking. And I decided that I wanted to end it, but when he messaged me again, he said his friend just passed away. And I was like, well shit, I can't end it now. Like it's only gonna make him feel worse. But I do want to end this unhealthy cycle, so finally I just said, consider me dead too. And then I ghosted him like his friend did. Okay, that's my time. Thanks, y'all.